there's a couple of things to look at. Let's go over to the bench. Now you know where the valve is. We'll go over to the bench and we'll just run through how it works. Okay, what's all the fuss about this filter bypass valve? What's the go? Okay, let's have a look. This is a thumbnail dipped in tar drawing. Now, the oil from your sump of your tractor comes through your suction screen. It comes up to the tranny pump. Just screened only, so it hasn't been filtered at this stage. Then the oil gets pumped in the transmission pump. Then it comes down past this filter bypass valve to your filter. Then from your filter it heads off and it goes up and it does your high-low, your PDO brake, four-wheel drive, that sort of thing. Then after they've used what they need of it, any leftover oil heads off to your main pump up the front. So when I was saying before, you might be driving along thinking, oh, my tractor's going great, then the next day you start up and you give her a hit up and the hydraulics work for a minute, then don't, or they don't work at all, or something like that. There can be a couple of causes, as in some of these pipes here you can crack and things like that. But for the sake of taking an 1¼ inch spanner and screwing this one out, we can be sure that that's not the problem. Now, when you put the tractor away and it was hot, the oil was thin. It was probably getting drawn through this suction screen up into your pump here, and even if your filter was partially blocked from brakes failing or something like that, the oil may have still been thin enough in a hot state to go through your filter here. When you start up the next day, the oil gets sucked through here, if it can, goes through your tranny pump, comes down here and sees, oh shit, the filter's blocked. So it pops this filter bypass valve open, so I can pop this bloke open, and it bleeds a little bit of oil off for lubrication, and if it's really blocked it just dumps it to sump. So you can park up, everything will be roses, or you can but just be driving along and the filter will get blocked up enough that this will open up. So we'll just run through what's in that valve. For the sake of, what my point is with all this, is for the sake of popping this out and having a look. It wasn't me, but I have seen a whole arse end rebuilt, and they put it together and it didn't work. And I went and had a look and popped this out, cleaned it, popped away it went. And they spent thousands on that job. So take note and have a look. It's well worth your trouble.